and welcome. I'm Dr. Jennifer Welser, Chief Medical Officer with Mars Veterinary Health, focused on internal affairs and medical quality. Welcome to our first ever global virtual medical summit, open to all associates across all of MVH and including our Royal Canin colleagues and those across pet care. The next 2 days are really exciting with some phenomenal internal speakers, external speakers. You'll hear from quality leaders across all of our brands. You'll hear stories, you'll learn, you will commune and meet people that you hadn't met before. And I really am appreciative of everyone taking time to participate. But I also want to take just a minute and tell you guys a bit more about Mars and Mars Veterinary Health. And it's a nice side note that for anybody that's got the need for continuing education, credits are available up to 7 hours.
Hi, and thank you very much for having me. It doesn't matter how much you care, or how conscientious you are, or how hard you work, or how well trained you are. Sometimes we just make mistakes because we're human. It's nothing to do with how careful you're trying to be. There's only so much care you can take. At some point, our inherent sort of fallibilities and cognitive biases will get the better of us, and we will get it wrong. And that's really important, obviously, if you work in a safety critical industry like veterinary. The consequences of a mistake can be really serious. So anybody who's been involved in an error will know it is horribly stressful. It may well change their behaviour and how they act as a clinician going forward. So they may no longer want to do surgery, they may no longer want or have the confidence to attempt difficult things or things that they haven't done before, or they may start to practice more defensive medicine because they're worried about being sued, or they're worried about getting it wrong again and may go over the top and do more than is necessary. So it has lots of implications for your business, and that can have implications in terms of staff retention or keeping people in roles that
The problem of the second victim was serious and common. We actually did a survey of our healthcare workers, and more than half could easily recall an incident in which they felt like a second victim. 75% they said they wanted some kind of prompt debriefing on an individual level or a group level. Began to develop a program which we call RISE, which stands for Resilience in Stressful Events. The mission of RISE is to provide confidential, timely peer support to workers who encounter a stressful patient-related event. Talk about a golden hour or a very important period in the first day. And if you can talk to someone and comfort them and support them and let them know that they're not alone in making a mistake or having a bad outcome, it can help them reframe the whole incident, and it can help them recover from the very beginning.
So who's to blame? Is it the physicians not using the checklists, or is it the quality department writing the checklists? Well, it's in fact neither of them. And now we have closed the cycle. And for every revolution in this cycle, we will learn. Learn how the business works, learn what affects the patients and quality, or the value streams, or whatever we are trying to achieve. Now, most managers I meet, they just love this idea of having engaged employees, taking responsibility, doing continuous improvement, called push and pull. To understand the concept of push and pull, we can study a supermarket. Let's say that you are a customer walking down the aisles and you remember that, well, I need some orange juice. And what you do is just grab the package of orange juice and the supermarket will refill that shelf with new orange juice for the next customer. Then what you have experienced is pull. Exactly when you need the orange juice, you just grab it. So pull is being able to get the service you want when you want it. So there is a demand, and the service that meets that demand is produced synchronized. And then there is another demand, and then the service that meets that demand is produced as well in time. That's pull. So how would that work in healthcare? Well, if I'm working as a physician in an emergency department,
of which 90% deemed to be preventable.
We agreed that we would sedate the cat, take the bloods, run the bloods prior to anaesthesia.
Had a patient induced and on the table and ready to go. A shunt, little puppy was going in for surgery, and I had.
He said was hit by a car the night before, but the dog walked in and seemed to look just fine. And